The enduring cost of school violence. A Teacher's Resolve: The enduring cost of school violence. A Teacher's Resolve: America's schools, once considered sanctuaries of learning, are increasingly marked by violence. Each instance of gun violence doesn't just inflict physical harm. It reverberates through communities, alters futures, and deeply affects the hearts of students and educators. This ongoing trauma is not a new phenomenon, but a recurring tragedy echoing through schools nationwide, from Sandy Hook to Stoneman Douglas. The weight of responsibility: teachers are finding themselves thrust into roles beyond traditional instruction. They're expected to be first responders, grief counselors, and trauma specialists, all while maintaining their primary duty: to teach and keep students safe. For educators working in high-needs environments, this burden is even heavier, as they are often confronted with the pervasive impact of gun violence. The death of Ruby, a vibrant sophomore, tragically illustrates the personal cost of this reality. Ruby was more than just a statistic. She was a student with a bright spirit and a gift for words. Her death in a Chicago drive-by shooting left an indelible mark on the teacher's memory. Now, the teacher is actively involved in court hearings related to Ruby's murder and assisting Ruby's mother in preparing a victim statement, a testament to the teacher's commitment to honoring Ruby's memory. Teaching in the aftermath of tragedy demands more than simply returning to lesson plans. It requires navigating profound grief that lingers, creating an environment where every student's loss is felt. The hallways echo with the absence of those who didn't have the opportunity to complete their education, and even the most ordinary actions, like greeting students in the morning, carry the weight of these ongoing losses. The hidden trauma of educators: research reveals that teachers exposed to school violence experience significantly higher rates of PTSD, depression, and secondary trauma than professionals in many other fields. This isn't solely due to the pressures of grading or meeting standards. It stems from the expectation of acting as human shields amidst an environment of ongoing threat and uncertainty. The demands placed on educators are unsustainable. They're expected to pour from an empty cup. Yet they're often underpaid, undersupported, and emotionally drained. Turning pain into purpose: after 17 years in the classroom, the teacher has dedicated her efforts to advocate for both students and teachers affected by gun violence. From Chicago's South Side to Cicero, Illinois, she has offered comfort to grieving families, supported traumatized students, and spoken out against silence. In response to this ongoing crisis, she co-founded Project 214, a passion project aimed at supporting affected communities. She has also been involved with March for Our Lives and contributed to national conversations to ensure the stories of victims are not forgotten. Recognizing the deep impact on educators, the teacher established National Speaking Tour and participates in education conferences to raise awareness and offer healing and liberation practices to sustain the work. These efforts have been met with gratitude from teachers feeling overwhelmed and seeking support. A call for systemic change: according to the National Center for Education Statistics, there were 1,375 school shootings in U.S. schools between 2000 and 2022, a staggering figure resulting in 515 deaths and 1,161 injuries. These numbers represent thousands of lives torn apart and countless more affected by the trauma. It's time to move beyond empty gestures and demand tangible change. Teacher activists are ready to share their stories and advocate for trauma-informed policies, sustainable mental health services for students and staff, and increased federal investment in community violence prevention. Legislators must prioritize the needs of educators and treat gun violence in schools with the urgency of a national emergency. Safety encompasses more than just physical security measures. It requires emotional care, proactive intervention, and the humanization of all members of the school community. The persistence of gun violence demands attention from those in power. Until there is a concerted effort to address this crisis, this teacher will continue to teach, heal, speak out, and push for change, honoring a promise made to Ruby's mother, a promise that silence cannot save lives. Inspired action does.